This is apparently art.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions here.
Okay.
Some people like this.
Yes, okay. Some people
But there's
do.
two pictures here.
Yeah, anyway, the fact of the matter is there is a famous Chinese artist. Okay, before we even get into what this picture's about, there's a very, very famous Chinese artist, and he sells his art for millions of dollars.
Wow.
He sold it on auction in Sotheby's and all these overseas places.
It usually happens when you're dead.
What?
Like, the art becomes expensive. You know what I mean?
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
No, I mean,
definitely. like, that's why I say starving artist. You die, and then it's, wow,
it's
he
not
was
really-
so underrated.
You get people that sell like a couple of blotches of modern art and make tons of money.
It's true.
You know, Banksy or whatever, all this nonsense, shreds a
dead?
thing. No.
Oh, he's not
He
dead?
goes around painting random things on walls in like war-torn
that's
areas.
true. That's true.
Anyway, the thing is, like, art is subjective. So, you know, one person's art is another person's piece of shit drawing that looks like garbage. You know what I'm saying?
I think I like this. Look at that.
Yeah,
It's
please,
beautiful.
please put it on your wall.
I like the one on the right a little better.
Anyway, the fact of the matter is, this Chinese artist, I can get a picture of him coming up here. Mad famous. He's one of China's most famous artists.
Okay.
You know, he's well celebrated. He's got all these awards. He keeps being lauded by the Chinese government.
highly regarded.
Yeah. Yes, he's highly regarded. And so he makes all these millions selling his paintings. Anyway, so it just turns out that unfortunately, all of his paintings are plagiarisms and exact copies of a Belgian artist.
So that thing you showed earlier is actually two things.
Yeah, two things. We'll get back to it. Then we
Okay.
can show you the comparison. So this is a very rare case, by the way, because a Beijing court actually awarded like a judgment that was in favor of the foreign artist. And I think it was just because it was
It's lost
impossible
too much
for them
face.
to say no,
Yeah.
right? But the fact that this guy's made millions, he's made like
Millions.
like $24 million or something selling copies of this Belgian artist's
Yeah.
work, which, by the way, the Belgian artist, he sells things for like 15,000 euros.
Yeah, he doesn't make a lot of money.
No, but because this Beijing copy artist was so well renowned in China as being this amazing Chinese artist, his works had more like appeal
Clout.
abroad. Because think
Yeah.
about it, you've got a Chinese artist that comes up with these very innovative,
exotic, right?
exotic that you wouldn't expect are coming out of China.
Yeah.
You know, that's because they weren't.
Because there's
they're-
such lack of innovation in China.
Yeah.
Why would they come out with such interesting art?
Yeah, so it was picking up really high prices at auctions, and apparently some dude was at an auction who knew the original artist, and he's like, "Hey,
Oh,
there's like a poor copy of your art being sold here." And then he found out. So
it's
anyway,
a pre-internet. It would have taken forever to figure
oh
this
yeah.
out.
So anyway, Beijing court was ordered the prominent artist Ye Yongqing to pay 650,000 euros in damages to the Belgian artist Christian Sylvian, after it found that 122 of his works had plagiarized 87 of
Wow.
Sylvian's.
Wow.
Yeah.
He copied 87 paintings from this one
No,
guy.
122 paintings.
Oh,
Yeah, he
yeah.
copied 87 paintings and produced 122 paintings from those copies.
Got it.
Anyway, the whole thing is like, and by the way, after this court case, after he lost, the Chinese artist is now trying to sue for defamation.
Wait, what? So he copied, was found guilty, and
Yeah.
now is going to sue for defamation.
So here's the thing. You see the one behind us here with the spindly leg
That's the real
boy?
one.
This is the real one. That one is the Chinese artist's one, which he sold for millions or whatever, right? So
It's the same.
It is. Let's look at this objectively, okay? You've got a picture of, in the top right-hand corner, a bird.
Yeah.
The Chinese artist makes the bird look...
That's the first mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't exist in China.
Yeah, exactly. There are no birds in China. But look, he made it fat. Just below it is like a kiwi bird or something. Chinese artist made it a little fatter. Then you've got, I don't know, what are those, sperms or something?
Yeah,
What would
they
you...
look like Ukrainian sperm.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly the same. And you get it, like there's a person behind bars or something, exactly the same. He's got random writing, exactly the same. Whatever that thing is, you know that thing right above me, right at the
Yeah.
top, that whatever with a hump, is it a camel bird? I don't know, whatever
I'm
that
not
is.
sure.
He copied that.
Oh, yeah, he did.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah. It's somehow worse on the left, though.
Yeah, and then he, instead of
Like a weird,
boy,
like Sailor Moon looking
yeah,
girl
he
or
drew like
something.
a girl instead of a boy. But I mean, it is the same thing.
It's the same painting.
It's the same. It's like just a copy. But then like the whole thing is like, oh no, he was just inspired. That was his excuse. He was inspired by that artist. Anyway, it turns out he's been copying this artist since the 1990s.
Wow.
Because he went and saw one of his exhibitions in Paris or something and got a pamphlet.
It's one thing to do it once and be like, you know what? That was probably in the back of my head or something. And you could, you know, it's obviously bullshit, but you could be like, you know, it was in the back of my head and I was obviously inspired by his
It's
work.
just
But it was
plagiarism.
over and over again. Like
122
122
times. And he sold those paintings for millions and millions of dollars.
And the other guy was poor.
Yeah, the other guy earns like 15,000 for
Right.
like his art.
Not poor, but
Yeah,
like,
but you know what I mean? Like in comparison.
Yeah.
It's so unfair.
That's insane.
It's
And
like-
the guy was awarded what, 690,000 in damages?
Yeah, but the
Out
other
of
guy,
tens of millions.
yeah, the other guy made like 20 odd million,
Yeah.
in profits, and he only gets $600,000. It's ridiculous.
Ouch.
Or even
That
less.
Sucks.
Euros.
I like
less.
what this person in the chat said.
Yeah.
Dances with Aardvark says, inspired by 4-year-old's fridge art.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry.
That
I'm
is.
sorry, but like
No offense to the
cannot
original.
stand this kind of art. Like I don't like art in general unless it looks good.
You hate art.
No,
You're an
it's-
art hater.
I like art
You're a
if it looks
corpo.
good. Yeah, but it's got to look good.
You're the guy, you go...
Why?
Instead of buying like a piece, you'll go like for your house or whatever. You'll go to the Walmart or whatever to buy the biggest box store. Let's say Walmart,
Okay, sure.
or like Bed Bath and Beyond or something. And you'll go to the home decoration section, and it'll have a frame. And it'll have like a stock piece of art. You leave the stock piece in there, and you hang up.
No,
the
no,
frame.
I don't do that at all. No, I'll print my own shit
Yeah, of
out and
course,
put it on the
of course.
wall or something. But let's move on. Again, just when this is actually very indicative of a lot of what China does. Is this blatant copying
Yes.
and out there without even trying to
Yes.
hide it. And then when they're questioned about it, they're like, "No, I didn't copy it." It's the
Yeah.
same with companies like Huawei.
Yeah.
They copied Nortel's stuff. They stole all of Nortel's stuff, put them out of business, and they made all the money by taking someone else's technology.
That's true.
And
That's
they'll just
true.
do it. And people are like, "Hey, you stole it." They're like, "Nuh-uh."
No, you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just pathetic, actually.
So Box.
And this is me, Box.
Unboxing China, hosted by Box.
This is so.
Yeah, I'll get us out of there. Look how bad this.
Still
Look at this. You walk in the door like that. Look, what is this garbage?
Wow, Box, look at that flying car.
Wow, Box, look at that flying car. It's a flying man.
Man!
That looks so bad. Look what she's wearing.
What? Oh my gosh! It's the obsidian bracelet!
Fluffy after work moments are what we really long for.
These fluffy after work moments.
What is that?
She thought outside the box and ended up outside the box. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind